Alrighty, everyone. So after you've gone through all of these content pages and formatted your paper and filled in all the correct content, it should look something like this. And we're just going to go over a few more formatting nuances for APA style and show you what the end product should look like. Okay. So one of the things that we added to our title page was a running head. It literally says running head in the header, and this is incorrect, isn't it? And then an abbreviated title should be in all caps. And I abbreviated this one in this example to be memory and ASD. Then we tabbed over the page number so that it started on the, so that it was right aligned. So we did all that in the first content page. Now, APA only wants your header to say running head for the first page. For the second page and for every other page that follows, it should not say running head. It should only have the capitalized and abbreviated title with the page number. So essentially we need to get rid of this term that says running head for the second page on. So to do that, Microsoft Word has a indication in the settings under your heading preferences where you can make the first page header different. So let's go up here and tap around our header and get it to open up my settings. So I've clicked and gotten my cursor up here into my first page header. I'm going to indicate different first page. Okay, and so now my first page header is the same, but I've indicated that the ones that come after it are going to be different. So I can now edit the second page header, and it will leave the first page alone and only edit the second pages that come afterwards. Okay, so now for the second page, I'm just going to take out memory and ASD. So now all I have is my capitalized abbreviated title on the pages, the actual content pages that follow. Okay, so let's see if it worked. I'm gonna get out of here. Sometimes it's a little trickier than others. You might have to redo the first page header. But so we have running head, my abbreviated title in caps, and my page number, and then starting on the second page, it is just the title with the page number. And then you'll see that every page that follows is the same. So only the first page is different. So after you do the header, we have all of our formatting, our title page, all of our headers are correct. This actually looks like it has extra space in between it. So we went over how to fix that in one of the other videos. And my computer is not wanting to highlight stuff. Sometimes you can go here and just indicate that I want to remove that extra space. It shouldn't be there. Okay, so one of the things you need to notice is, first of all, this paper has not been proofread and you need to proofread your paper. See the rubric and that we are graded on clarity and correctness of our writing, albeit not as heavily as we will be graded for those things in the last draft in the second half of this session. So this should have been proofread, but going through to the end, you'll see that there are 4+ pages of text. So in the syllabus, it states that your literature review needs to be 4+ pages long. That does not include your title page or your reference list. Okay, so starting on the second page, you should have text all the way through to the end of page 5. Okay, so here's my 5th page. You'll see that there is text all the way to the end, and it goes a little bit into page 6. If it goes into page 7, that's fine too, but it's a minimum. Okay, that doesn't mean that the text should stop halfway through page 5. 4 pages is not a lot of text to explain the amount of studies and include an introduction and conclusion. So if you're under 4 pages of text, that should be an indicator that you're not discussing your studies in enough detail, and probably that you're not reporting your results in enough detail. Okay, at the very end, see our references. They're in alphabetical order. Hanging indents, no extra spaces in between them, and just with the simple header references at the top.